Excited to meet with you today. Thank you for coming down and sharing some time with us. Now, tell me a little bit about you and what you do. Great, great. Now, what do you like about doing it? Wonderful, wonderful. And what would you change if you could, really? Okay, okay. So, great, great. So you're probably wondering a little bit why we come down today, and for several different reasons. Now, I want to show you what our company does, and right now we are expanding, and we are looking for some sharp individuals, some motivated people who want to live a bit of a better lifestyle. Get out of debt, learn some things, and be able to help and contribute. So really, some great leaders that can help us build a business. So have you ever heard about Primerica? Okay. Was it from a friend or something like that? Exactly. So we don't do any first party advertising. We don't use any billboards, TV, radio, anything like that. So it's always word of mouth and through this type of interaction face to face. So what the company pays us to do is open up their independently owned office and franchises. So just to tell you a little bit about us and who we are. We're the largest independent financial services marketing organization in North America. So there's nobody bigger than us. People usually don't know because we don't advertise, but we're listed on the New York Stock Exchange, and our ticker symbol is PRI, so we're publicly traded. We went public in 2010, but we've been in business since 1977. So for 40 years, we've accomplished that without any national advertising. Isn't that exciting? Our mission is to ensure that people can make extra income, but also become properly protected and debt-free and financially independent. Now, wouldn't you agree that people need these things more today than ever before? The reason why our company is growing so fast is that there's so many financial challenges in people's lives today, and they're facing a lot of stress and struggle. So one of them being the debt crisis. In fact, if people could just pay the minimum payment, it would take them 50 years to pay off. Income protection fact. 95 million adults don't have life insurance coverage. If you get life insurance as a job benefit, that's fine, but it should never be all that you have. You can't count on keeping it in the event that you lose your job or can no longer work. When you look at the savings industry, 42% of the country have less than $1,000 in their savings account. So that means 1 out of 2 people don't have that money saved. So how are they going to ever retire? What are they going to do if they have an emergency and need to draw upon that? They're going to draw upon their debt. Right? The reason this is happening is because of our jobs and our careers. 50% of students are either jobless or unemployed. So when you think about all these people in college or university, they're either not getting a job or not making near enough money, right? 8 in 10 workers report that they're living paycheck to paycheck. 80% of our country is one paycheck away from losing everything. So let me ask you, how real and serious do you think all of these problems are? They're very serious, right? So if you had a business that could solve every single one of these problems for your average middle class family out there, what would you have your hands on? Something incredible, right? And who do you think would need these type of services? Everyone. Most people probably say a gold mine, right? Let me show you an actual family that we helped, show A and B. Life insurance before and after. This is how cash value works in life insurance. Let's say that we sit down with an agent, sit down with Bob and Susan. If Bob dies, is Susan going to be able to pay off the debt that's given to them? No. They probably couldn't afford any more coverage, so why'd they buy it? The agent tells them that they're going to get life insurance plus a savings program. The problem is that if Bob dies, Susan only gets one or the other, not both. So if I told you they pay for 2 things, but in the end they only get one, what would you call that? A scam, right? Legal robbery, right? We teach them to get term life insurance so now they can take that money and invest it somewhere else. So savings mutual funds have averaged 9% and upwards in the past 70 years. The problem is that the middle class Canadian agents don't know where to get their hands on a great rate of return because these big investment firms really ignore the middle class Canada. So we help them find that. So now we take them from never being able to retire to being able to retire with dignity and the same amount of money out of pocket. That's pretty incredible. Wouldn't you agree? So let me ask you, John, if you sat down with somebody and took their 117,000 K in retirement and put 1.1 million in their pocket for retirement, how would they feel about you? And how would you feel about yourself doing that great deed for someone else? Great. You'd feel incredible, right? So let me show you how we get paid. So we teach people how to start part-time as a district leader, which is the first part-time contract. Let's say you went out and helped somebody in these 4 areas. The company would pay you XYZ. Pretty enticing, right? It takes about 3 to 4 hours to do, so you make. So if you could do that, how many families would you help in a month? Let's say 1 a week. It's very conservative.